I am the epitome of head, of my own head, in the beam of light. I still feel like crap today. I have this pulse moving all through my body. It feels like crap. And a nonstop headache from the early hours of the day. I continue doing some video game dowsing work, if that's a thing. It is. It is a thing. I don't have to validate nothing. Just saying. And a minute ago, I played one more time because I said I feel like I'm getting sick. I don't really get sick when the season changes, so I think we just changed to summer, so my body schedule's on the right schedule. My nose is getting all stopped up, all that jazz. So, basically just being aware of it. When I fell asleep earlier, my dad came in there and I think he told me something about somebody coming over and smoking. And I was like so dead asleep and dreaming that when he said it, I went to his room in my dream and behind his back was a rail. And it's like you could see where it went right down to the water, like right there. Like, why is the back of your wall suddenly a rail that's just letting me look at the river? And I saw this thing swim up in under the clear water that was like an alligator with a king Koopa head. The king Koopa head had horns that wrapped around like ram horns. And whatever the hell this thing was, excited the fuck out of me, scared me a little bit. And I was running back and forth telling different people what I saw in my dream, which was really just along the back line of my house. About in the middle of my house was a Statue of Liberty. They had some miniaturized guy that I think developed it, and like he falls into a hole, and then like rocket fire comes out and it goes up the back of the Statue of Liberty. Hey, look, I'm just saying what I dreamed. And then I woke up. It took me about a minute to snap to remembering what I just saw because of the excitement and the scary terror. It wasn't like having a scary dream. It wasn't like a nightmare, but it was seeing. I saw something very scary, and I was like, I'm not going to get in the water with that thing in the water. Like, imagine the most largest, threatening fucking alligator you can imagine with like a King Koopa's head. And that's what it was. And it was way worse than an alligator. It was like an alligator on like muscle crack. It was like if an alligator had been eating fucking steroids for about half his life and hitting the gym in anthropomorphic mode and then like going back onto all fours and being an alligator, but he having this really snub nosed head with like just hella teeth. It was pretty fucking wild. I played some game that I wasn't able to record, and I went in with the Patriot. I was on the Patriots team, so I had a 4-member team, and we immediately had all 3 of them in the helicopter fly low. I ordered a vehicle from a slot machine thing where I could just like pick whatever vehicle I wanted, and then it manifested off a fucking tray or something that drove it out. And of course, I picked the cannon car, obviously. So following the low flying helicopter for a minute there was just impeccably amazing. And then they went along the edge of the river, got into a firefight. I hit the rocks, flipped over like a fucking retard. Couldn't get around, had to go around the mountain. And then went to go find them. One of my teammates was down, and I was supposed to go collect his dog tags to regenerate him. So I was about that business. I was going to do it, but you know what? I walked right into the unknown enemies just shred me down. Like none of my team was lit. Like I figured there's 3 guys over there. They can't handle this individual. Obviously not because they were all dead. And then I was dead. I thought that was just funny. It was a learning experience, of course, but what do you do about that? Ghislaine Maxwell is on suicide watch. So they're likely to suicide her. You know what I'm saying? They're likely to suicide her. I got that off of Sydney Watson, no relation, channel. She's supposed to come up for sentencing maybe next week during the week time. So they had her on suicide watch. She did get some sort of mental evaluation, which said she's not suicidal. So, I mean, just right there, isn't that a recipe? Isn't that already the recipe that they have before they kill them? And say, oh, she suicided. Oh, she wasn't very suicidal, was she? Oh, no, but that doesn't mean that she didn't become suddenly suicidal and then do it. Oh, yes, frump. So this is the world we're living in. So if you're wondering why I'm wasting my time playing video games, I'm just trying to sync up my Zen consciousness with dealing with the outer reality. Once I get myself into Zen mode and I lay waste in video games, I use that as my mental training. Because most of the time, it's just light coordination with a little bit of try not to have that shitty attitude you have when if you lose or things don't go your way. Which when I lose, I don't. At first, I die, and I'm no longer able to play. So I let it go, and I'm not feeling bad about it at all. Although I remember being a child and playing games, and I didn't have that ability yet. And everything I smell coming out of it smells like somebody's smoking heavy fucking Marlboro Red cigarettes every fucking breath I take in the house. And it's driving me fucking crazy since I don't no longer smoke. And I really don't understand where the smell is coming from. Unless my heightened awareness of smell is just kicking in because of this weird fucking pseudo-sickness state that I'm in. Which is partially due to whatever allergies I've got with the side of Saharan dust. And that's all I got to say about it. I figured I'd make a video and chat that shit up. My phone is also, I have the Google file on the phone, and I'm having to delete stuff to even be able to make videos. So I go to make the video, I clear it out before, but I find that they're not letting me clear out my videos, and they're hiding them in the phone, so it's holding old ass videos. And because they're a date back, it's real fucking stupid. This is the second major complaint I have against fucking Google Files. If you're gonna put a file fucking thing on my phone that I have to have and not let me get rid of it, like it's on this phone like that, like they also have some other bullshit on here, bloatware I can't fucking just automatically take off, and I have to disable like Game of Thrones, which for a game wasn't worth the fuck. You know, if I could root the motherfucker and uninstall all that shit, I'd be a happy fucking person. But since I'm going to be bitching and explaining my problems at this moment, I'm going to be doing that instead and moving towards the next one, as previously said, peace, after having addressed it and let it go. So as you see, I'm letting it go. I put my hand up and I'll let it go. Anything extra stressful, extra unknown, extra bothersome, worrisome, troublesome, and the like, I free out of this hand. I release it back to the universe and the earth. And I thank you, baby Jesus. 8 pounds, 6 ounces, baby Jesus. Thank you.